Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a short, and as you can see, these are right sides facing each other. I'm using 1 meter of fabric. You can use 1 yard too. And we're going to start with the top part, of which I'm going to measure 2 inches for my elastic casing. So this is the easiest short you can ever make. I mean, it has no pocket, it just has an elastic. So this elastic casing will be folded. Okay, so we'll start our measurement from this line, which is our waistline. So from waist to hip measurement, I'm just marking my line there, which is 8 inches. Then from my waist to the full length of the short, I'm just going to mark there. My full length is 16 inches. Then I'll add 2 inches at the bottom for my hemming. Alright, then I'll just label the lines. This is the waistline, the hip line, and the full length just at the bottom, and the hemming there at the end. So we're going to start with my hip line, of which I'm going to insert my hip measurement, divide by 4, which I got 10.5, then plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Plus 1 inch sewing allowance, then I'll just extend this line upwards. This short is going to have an elastic all around, so the same measurement for the hip and waist will be used. Okay, so that your short does not get stuck on your hips when trying to wear it. Then I got my hip measurement, divided it by 4, this hip line, which was 10.5, divided it by 4, and my answer, I came down with it to come up with the crotch line. Then from here, I got my thigh measurement, which was 24, divided by 2 to get my crotch extension, which I've marked here. My hip divided by 2, then we're adding 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So for the curve, I'll just extend this line downwards so that I can make the curve better. So don't curve your crotch too much, just curve it evenly, let it not be too deep. And there we are. So for here, I'll get my hip, my thigh measurement, which was 24 divided by 2, and I'll mark it here without any allowance. Okay, then I'll join the line there, and just like that, guys, we're done with the front piece. So this is a crotch line, let me just mark it. We're done with the front. Then we can do the cutting. Then I'm also going to slit it open at the side, and there we have our front piece. So I'm just going to put this onto the back piece and measure 2 inches from the side. Guys, the reason I'm using this method is because my hip side is not curved. If it was curved, I would have extended using the other side, but since it's not curved, I can use this side, but always make sure to go up from the crotch allowance, from the crotch side. That's why you go up. So I went up by 1.5. You can go up by 2 inches according to how big your back is. I actually wish I had gone up by 2 inches, but anyway, it's still fitted. So then from the crotch you make a slant, because you know the crotch side is a little bit bigger, so that's why it has to be longer. Then I'll go ahead and trace out this side of the front pattern. I just trace it out like that. And there we go. So you can just cut it out. And there we go. We are done with our back piece. And here is our front piece. So we can go ahead and sew the crotch for both the front pieces and the back pieces. So I'm done sewing the crotch for the back and for the front. And here is how they look. So when you open them up, they look like this. Okay, as you can see, the front piece is a little bit smaller than the back piece, but don't worry. The first thing we're going to do is to join the sides. Make sure the right sides face each other. Right now on the camera, the wrong sides are facing each other, but you do this the other way, right sides facing each other when sewing. Okay, so we're going to sew the sides. So I'm done sewing the sides. As you can see, here's how it has turned out from the sides. And there. Then we can go ahead and attach the crotch now. Then the top part, we're going to fold it too, but first let's sew the crotch. So for the crotch, I'm done sewing the crotch. And here's how it turned out. Then for the waist, you are going to fold in half an inch, then an inch from the 2 inches. So after folding the 2 inches, go ahead and fold half an inch like this. Okay, fold half an inch. That depends on the elastic you are using. Mine is 1.5 inches wide, so that's why I'm going to be folding the band, which was 2 inches, by 0.5 at the bottom, and fold it all around until you are done. So I have gone ahead and sewn the casing for the elastic, and I've left some space here. This is where the elastic will go in from. Okay, so for the elastic measurement, I got my waist measurement, which was 34, and subtracted 4 inches, which gave me 30. Then I added 1 inch to the 30, so that it was 31 for the sewing allowance of the elastic. So With my safety pin, I went ahead and pushed my elastic all around the um, waist, the waist, the elastic casing, and I managed to put in the elastic and sewn the opening that was remaining, and we're done with my short pattern, which was very easy, guys. And don't forget to subscribe and like my video, guys. So just remaining with the bottom part, we left 2 inches, of which I'm also going to fold it twice to make a perfect hem. So I'm going to fold it twice like that. Okay,